He is.
So by the weekend,
Shouldn't we trade those?
no, my sister has it. It's a country walk and drive. You know, they got certain houses you come to and have drinks and hot dogs and campsite area. So my daughter bought an inflatable party house.
Okay.
And so they're decorated. I played Santa a couple years ago. So I need to start early though. Doot, doot, you know. So
Roy called in on this one.
that's how I heard. I wasn't with him.
Yeah.
I called all the other alders about
We've been moving these things. And that's it.
You can sit in between.
not contaminated.
He said, I'm not, my stomach's hurting. How you doing?
All right, how about you?
Good.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Is this the same one from last week?
It must be.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. So this might be a question for you. Very, very loosely. This woman is on the list for CD.
Okay.
Yes. And she like had some personal issues with the people's and like she brought in her something else and like they were she dragging them out. Anyway, got the work.
Claire, you good?
Just stand up, you don't mind, do you?
Because we had already done like everything we needed to, like going out there.
Was that a yes or no?
like styrofoam. Oh, no, that's like 25th on the list. Yeah.
Microphones are live.
That would be sweet. Yeah. Right.
It's always good. Always.
Well, I tell you what, you gotta come watch this great movie. And guess what? It was all Wildcat when he was there. So and they're even better basketball. We got it handed to us last night by Lincoln, or Rochester seventh grade boys. My son Chester. He goes to Rochester. He played his I love watching this guy.
Having the appointed time of 5:30 arrived, I would like to call the Tuesday, November 26, 2024 Committee of the Whole to order. Would you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, would you please take the roll?
Will do. Alderman Redpath.
Here.
Alderman Gregory.
Here.
Alderman Williams.
Here.
Alderman Rockford.
Here.
Alderwoman Purchase.
Here.
Alderwoman Notriano.
Here.
Alderman Carlson.
Here.
Alderwoman Connolly.
Present.
Alderman Donlin.
Here.
Alderman Hanauer. Here. Madam Chair, a quorum is present.
Thank you. I would accept a motion for the approval of the November 12th, 2024 committee meeting minutes.
So moved, Madam Chair.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Madam Treasurer, would you please present your treasurer's report?
Would you like it again would you like it again, Chair?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Sorry. And there are no presentations today. Next, we have ordinances tabled or remaining in committee. Mr. Clerk, could you please read those ordinances?
2024-239, 2024-333, 2024-451.
Is there anyone who would like to remove any of these ordinances for committee consideration?
Chair, I have a question. We do have amendments to 2024-451. I don't know, I know some people were reaching out to different groups. Are we ready to pull this one out today, or do we want to wait until tomorrow, next week?
It's at council.
Council.
It's not on
Pull
the
it after
agenda.
council.
It's not on the agenda.
It's already at council.
Oh, okay. Well, then we won't worry about it.
So is this not valid to be in committee?
Oh, it is on the agenda.
I mean, we could talk about it tonight, and we could pull it out and amend it. Or do you want to wait till next week?
Well, it's not back in committee, right?
It's still held at the city council level?
Right, so it's on it'll be on the city council agenda, but it can
Okay,
be,
we didn't
it
hold it
can
in
be
committee.
discussed tonight by the committee if you'd like to discuss it, but final action, it's ready to go for the city council meeting next week.
Okay, sorry, and I wasn't sure when we held it if that's exactly how we were doing it, because I'm fine then. We can wait till,
Okay, perfect.
thank you, Chair.
You're welcome. All right. Now for ordinances for committee consideration. Mr. Clerk, could you please read the ordinances for CWLP?
2024-471, an ordinance authorizing change order number 1 and additional funding in the amount not to exceed $71,330 with Siemens Energy Incorporated for the purchase of parts and repair, assembly, and interstates combustion turbine for a total amount payable of $109,360 for the Office of Public
For
Utilities.
consent?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-472, an ordinance authorizing change order number 1 and additional funding in the amount not to exceed $136,984.16 with Siemens Energy Incorporated for the cost of labor for the repair, reassembly of Interstate's combustion turbine for a total amount payable of $161,983.16 for the Office of Public
Move for
Utilities.
consent.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah.
Alderman Gregory.
Yes, is Mr. Doug here? I just wanted to educate me a little bit on this. I thought we had, some repairs on this before or on our turbine or?
That was like in the previous year, we had a turbine overhaul. There's an issue that came up this summer when we were in the middle of the summer that basically, the combustor baskets, were found to be, I guess say faulty, so they had to get repaired by Siemens Energy.
Are we starting to see a little more wear and tear than is normal or?
No, it's, I mean, those baskets haven't been replaced in quite some time. So, once they looked into it and determined that was the issue, because we had to bring Siemens on site to do that for their inspection. And that's part of that cost as well, as the basically their field personnel to come on site. And then the one purchase order previously was for the parts for it.
And what type of, action alerts us that something like this needs fixed?
Well, basically, the unit wasn't running properly, so we basically had to stop running it and then get Siemens in here to look at it.
Okay, all right, appreciate you, thank you.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-473, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of a backhoe from Martin Equipment Incorporated and a third-party cooperative purchasing agreement with Sourcewell in an amount not to exceed $77,020 for the Office of Public
Move for
Utilities.
consent.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-474, an ordinance authorizing a renewal of a 5-year maintenance agreement with Environmental Systems Corporation to provide support for the continuous emissions monitoring system at Dolman and Interstate Power Plants in the amount not to exceed $196,250 for the Office of Public
Move for
Utilities.
consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-475, an ordinance approving a revised professional services proposal with Evan Lloyd Associates Incorporated for architectural and engineering services for the new CWLP water distribution and engineering facility project in an amount not to exceed $412,250 for the grand total of $832,250 for the Office of Public Utilities.
Any discussion?
Move to consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-476, an ordinance declaring real property located at 1401 Knott's Street to be surplus property, directing the sale of said property, authorizing the publication of a notice in said sale, and requests for proposals for the Office of Public
Move
Utilities.
for consent.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes. Doug, please. Thank you, Chair.
You're welcome, Alderman Rockford.
Doug, is this building being used right now, Knott Street?
No, we removed all our stuff out of it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it took a while, but we got it done.
I bet it did. Okay. Just curious. Thank you.
We had some previous interest in the building, so we thought we better move on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if we can get something done.
Stay there, Doug.
Alderman Gregory.
Thank you. The building on 11th Street, what's our plans on it once we move to Clear Lake?
Well, that's up to the I guess you say the mayor and the council, that the property be available at that point.
To sell?
Yeah, or the race riot site's right next to it. There could be expansion possibly in the future with that too. I don't know.
I like the way you think. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for consent. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-477, an ordinance approving a telecommunications contract service agreement with Bonomatic Corporation from 1400 Stevenson Drive to 55020 Ash Grove Drive for the Office of Public Utilities.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Public Works, 2024-478, an ordinance authorizing the sale of excess right-of-way by the City of Springfield to Bruce M. Clark.
Motion for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? I'm happy to see this. Congratulations, Mr. Clerk. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-479, a resolution for the improvement by municipality under the Illinois Highway Code, MFT Section Number 05-00443-00-BR, SN 084-6001, for the replacement of Washington Street Bridge over the Jacksonville Branch for the Office of Public Utilities, or Public Works.
Motion for consent.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, where's this bridge at? Which,
Jackson.
Just told you.
Jacksonville Park. I don't know Jack.
Washington.
CVS? Okay, thank you.
Put him in the record.
Go ahead.
It's the bridge on West Washington, just past Bruns Lane, that goes over the Jacksonville branch.
A CVS.
By
By
CVS.
the CVS,
I was trying to get a landmark there.
Right there,
Navigational
right there on Washington Street.
Right. Yeah, it's a small street. How about maybe we can add paving that thing? It's like a washboard going down that thing.
Hey, you negotiate
Whole
that later.
Washington, it's bad.
That is on the engineering list.
And it's not even in my ward, but it's bad.
Dave, don't forget the north end when it comes to paving, okay?
No, sir, I will
thank you.
not.
We gotta
I will
start
not.
this.
We will be setting up the infrastructure meetings with all the members for January, so you should be getting your invitation
Thank you,
shortly.
David. Director.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-480, an ordinance authorizing execution of an agreement with Hanson Professional Services Incorporated for the construction engineering services for usable segment VIA of the Springfield Rail Improvement Projects for the Office of Public Works.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-481, an ordinance authorizing execution of an agreement with Hanson Professional Services Incorporated for construction engineering services for usable segment VIB of the Springfield Rail Improvement Projects for the Office of Public Works.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-482, an ordinance approving an agreement between the City of Springfield and the Illinois Department of Transportation for usable segment VIA and VIB of the Springfield Rail Improvement Project for the Office of Public Works.
Move to consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-483, an ordinance authorizing relocation expenses in the amount not to exceed $5,620.21 for the relocation of occupants and personal property located at parcel SR 0018, 1545 North 11th Street, relating to the Springfield Rail Improvement Project for the Office of Public Works.
Move consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-484, an ordinance authorizing additional payment of $21,900 for a total amount not to exceed $87,600 for RFP PW 25-33 with Paul Tree Farms, LLC, for an additional 5350 tree plantings to meet the requirements of the American Forest Grant for the Office of Public Works.
Move for consent.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-485, an ordinance authorizing relocation expenses in the amount not to exceed $73,355 for the relocation of occupants and personal property located on parcel SR 0097, 700 North 9th Street, relating to the Springfield Rail Improvement Projects for the Office of Public Works.
Move consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-486, an ordinance accepting the lowest bid and authorizing the execution of contract number PW 25-10-33 with M-B Companies Incorporated for a new 2024 Isuzu FTR paint truck and a 5-year maintenance agreement with the trade-in of a 1996 Ford Kelly Griswold paint truck in an amount not to exceed $448,129 for the Office of Public Works.
Move consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-487, an ordinance authorizing acceptance and execution of DCEO grant number 24-411048 from the State of Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity in an amount of $499,878 to be used for the upgrade of the Capitol Street and Fifth Street intersection for the Office of Public Works.
Motion for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-488, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of 3 new 2026 International Tandem Axle dump trucks from Rush Truck Centers of Illinois in an amount not to exceed $691,870 for the Office of Public Works.
Move consent.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, ma'am.
Alderman Rockford.
Dave, please. Are these trucks, I'm sure they're on a waiting list?
Yes, sir.
Any idea lengthwise?
It's hard to say, but it's in the realm of years.
Okay, so with the weather going to be changing, how are we on trucks? Are we in good shape with?
We're in good shape. We've got 43 that are up and available as of today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Alderman Gregory.
Real quick. Dave, so when we get these 3 trucks in, are we gonna scrap three of the older ones? Or are we gonna stagger it a little bit so we have a little extra?
Well, scrap, I don't know that that would be the term that I would use. I know the folks out at the cemetery are looking for a truck, so we'll, I don't know if we'll declare them surplus right away, but these are our workhorses. They do everything for us. We use them each and every day.
Yep. All right, thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-489, an ordinance accepting the lowest bid and authorizing the execution of contract number PW 25-09-29 with Petersburg Plumbing and Excavating, LLC, for sewer rehabilitation, remove, and replacement, non-SRF, in an amount not to exceed $1,212,946 for the Office of Public Works.
Move for consent.
Move second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-490, an ordinance accepting the lowest bid and authorizing the execution of contract number PW 25-09-27 with Horror Construction Incorporated for Northeast Pilot Area Sewer Lateral Rehabilitation in an amount not to exceed $1,272,940 for the Office of Public Works.
Move consent.
Second.
Alderman Redpath.
Dave, where is this going to start? Is this the Indian Hills thing?
This is part of the Northeast Pilot Project to eliminate the sewer overflows that we've got. So it's in an area basically east of 19th Street and south of Sangamon Avenue.
Oh, so that's the 23rd, 22nd area, right?
Right.
So that's in Ward 4 or Ward 3?
Ward 4.
Yeah, because since I was the alderman out there, then Clerk Lesko was there, now Alderman Rockford, that's always been a problem. And I know the mayor lives in Twin Lakes, and theirs are newer, but that's a tough area. I'm glad we're getting this
Long
done.
overdue.
Well overdue.
The big job.
Thank you.
Nobody else? Okay, we have a motion and a second for consent. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
General City Business, 2024-491, a resolution providing public notice of regular meetings of the City Council of Springfield, Illinois for the 2025 calendar year.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-492, an ordinance authorizing a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $142,800 from the city's ARPA funds to the Springfield Police Department ARPA fund, and to authorize payment to the Flock Group Incorporated, doing business as Flock Safety, in an amount of $258,500 for the city's Falcon automatic license plate readers, ALPRS, for the Springfield Police Department.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-493, an ordinance authorizing a supplemental appropriation in an amount not to exceed $500,000 for payments to the police and fire pension funds from cannabis retailers' occupation tax funds for the Office of Budget
Move
Management.
for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-494, an ordinance authorizing a supplemental appropriation in the amount of $677,625 for payments to the police and fire pension funds for the Office of Budget Management.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion?
I'm sorry, was that consent?
Yeah,
Okay, I just didn't hear you, sorry, yes.
sorry,
No discussion.
I'm old, I stutter.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-495, an ordinance amending ordinance 564-12-23, amending the expenditure line and authorizing additional payment in the amounts of $200,000 for HSHS Medical Group to administer pre-employment, post-employment, and fit-for-duty medical examinations, random reasonable suspicion, return to work, and post-accident drug and alcohol testing services for potential new hires and current employees in the workplace to be compliant with federal regulations for a total contractual amount of $300,000 for the Office of Human Resources.
Move for consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
2024-496, an ordinance amending ordinance 074-02-24 and authorizing additional payment of $30,000 with MGT Impact Solutions, LLC, to retain Dallas Whitford to provide financial assistance services for the Office of Budget Management and Planning and Economic Development through the end of fiscal year 2025.
For consent.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
2024-497, an ordinance declaring the office of the city clerk vacant for appointing a new city clerk.
Move for debate.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes.
Alderman Rockford.
Corporation Counsel, per our conversation earlier in the day today, can you kind of give me a rundown? So my understanding is December 2nd is the start date at the county, right?
That's correct.
But we have nothing when the ending date for the city, the resignation date with the city, right?
Right, we have not received a resignation yet. That's correct.
Okay. No elections, no nothing has to take place or in order to fill this
That's right.
position,
So once a vacancy occurs, statute lays out and our consent decree lays out when an election, when a special election or an interim election would need to take place. And that would be if there's at least 28 months remaining on the term and at least 130 days before the next general election. Our next general election is April 1st. That's not within 130 days, so there would be no election. That's why this body is would be appointing a new clerk. That's why this ordinance is in front of you.
and Corporation Counsel, so the mayor will collect names and recommend a person for the position and we go, that's the route we take, right?
Right. So at the last meeting, the mayor said if you had any names, you can forward them to her, but it's going to be the city council that votes on filling the vacancy.
Perfect, thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, I have a question too. So how involved is the council going to be in the selection process?
They're going to run it.
Okay, so not just voting.
Right, you can put names forward and recommend them, and our consent decree is clear that it's the city council that appoints an individual to fill a vacancy in the office of city clerk.
Okay, and so I've had somebody inquire about it, and they were looking for like a job description or a list of duties. Would I just refer them to the description in the code?
Yeah, so our code of ordinances has the powers and duties of the city clerk that's listed.
Okay.
So that would be the first place to start. I would also look at state statute because that lays out additional duties. And I know that the Illinois Municipal League has very good resources for elected officials that they could reference as well.
Okay, and so as a group, are we going to discuss any type of selection criteria or
Got to wait till resignation
application
happens.
process? What's that?
We got to wait till resignation happens.
Okay, okay. All right. That does it for me. All those in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, Alderman Gregory.
I was just gonna say, from my experience, normally, while I've been here, the resumes of people that all of us may recommend or people just wanna send in, will send it to the mayor's office. She would vet those, or he would vet those at that time, and then submit a name forward to us, and then we're gonna vote it up or vote it down. And then if we vote it down, like, Williams went through, didn't, well, either had to come back, it's the truth, you did go through it. I didn't vote you down, I didn't vote you down, but like what Alderman Williams went through, then we had to come back and go through that, so,
Gotcha.
that process.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit different, though. The council is actually supposed to identify, I don't know how many. We have to decide. Can you explain that a little more?
So, yes, the administration with staff work, we can collect those resumes. This is different than the appointment of an alderperson, because under our consent decree, the mayor appoints an alderperson with advice and consent from the city council. The language is different regarding the mayor, clerk, and treasurer. In that case, it says the city council appoints that position. So we can circulate the names through Council Coordinator Griffin's office, so you all have those for those who are interested. So the process would work a little differently than in Alderman Williams' case. The way this ordinance is written now, I would foresee an amendment being put forward by the body to name who the replacement would be.
Okay.
So we really do need to think of selection criteria and how we're going to evaluate these folks.
So we would have to talk about that in a full body then, right? I mean, because is it gonna come from one of us? I mean, we all may have 10 different names that we wanna submit. So are we all gonna put that out there and then we just
So
vote
we have
each
to
one
like
of them down?
figure out how to whittle it down.
Okay, that's a good thought. Thank
So
you,
be thinking about it.
thank you.
All right. Okay, so are we good to move forward? Oh, I'm sorry, Alderman Williams.
Yeah, so you hit most of my points, I appreciate that. I was just gonna emphasize the differences.
Yeah.
You know, between the councilman versus, citywide elected clerk. And I was gonna ask, that's really why the language is different, because one is just a ward, the other, so the mayor could make the decision, you know, but the other is citywide, like the mayor is citywide, so that's why the council. So that was my understanding, and that's the way you explained it, so that pretty much answered it. And I know you're gonna do something.
That's gonna be tough.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, and nobody else? All right, all those in favor?
Hey.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Chair,
Sure.
apologies. We had a proposed amendment, I didn't look at it closely, for 2024-492 that did not get introduced. It looks like it essentially just breaks out how the spending is line items. Is that Corporation Council? Can we
Yes, and
revisit this one?
we'll propose it at next week's meeting.
Okay.
Okay,
That's the easiest way to do it.
okay, apologies.
Yeah, I missed that too. Sorry about that, guys. Alderman Gregory, do you have unfinished business?
Yeah, it would be old business, unfinished business, yes. My question would be for Chief, just on the remaining, funds, for the grant. And we've done some great things, and there's some great things in that, particularly, Chief, I just wanted to speak on the Ring doorbells, and then there was another, the Ring doorbells, we had about 500 of those in there?
There's money budgeted for,
580. 85.
yeah.
We had 85 before, but in the contract, it says 500.
Yeah, I think there was up to $500, up to 500, excuse me, for another round of Ring doorbell projects. We just, the last grant that the city received, that's been several years ago.
Yes.
Nehemiah House has got all of those Ring cameras. So there are more Ring cameras that we have to establish and identify a process in which to get those distributed throughout our community.
So on that next batch of 500, or up to 500, if we don't hit the 500, what are we gonna do with that?
Yeah, I think there's a monetary amount, and I can't remember what that is off my hand. So depending on what those cost, how many we can purchase.
Okay, and then the tuition part, and I know you probably have to talk to Stunko a little bit, but there was a tuition part in there, where 5, citizens would get help, at Lincoln Land, going to college and stuff like that, and then, get some.
Yeah, so we just, it's actually exciting news. We just got our police cadet program up and going.
Okay.
Are you okay?
All right.
Sorry.
Sound like he about to choke over here.
I am.
It's good hands.
Yeah, so we just got our,
I will be.
It was the Ring doorbells when we get them.
Look, you got Chief Kenny coming up here.
He's moving in.
I will, no, don't bring that chief up. Or Lamar.
Okay, Chief. So there's some more good things, and I just want to see, us roll those out, and we can have a further conversation offline, because we've done a lot of good work, and I think there's some other things in there that can really help us continue to restore trust and do the things we need to do.
absolutely. And I would just say there are a lot of great things on the horizon as far as law enforcement building trust in our community. And the guy sitting in the back's got a toy drive where he does great things for our community. That's Officer Lamar Moore. Very proud of his efforts and the work that he does. And, his heart and soul's in it, as is mine, and look forward to great strides moving forward in the years to come.
I'm glad you spoke to him. He is doing a great job. And part of that, what's in that grant is some assistance to some of these sports teams. I think that's a way that we can hit a lot of kids in one swoop as well, by supporting those and getting those and sending the positive messages in those practices and stuff like that.
Yep.
All right.
Somebody in the back thought he was a boxer too and ran the boxing program.
He
so-
definitely can't shoot.
Yeah.
No.
All right, thank you.
Alderwoman Conley.
Thank you, Chair. I was wondering if Officer Moore would like to come up and just quickly promote what's going on with this, the toy drive. I know you've been shopping, but it's a great program that you have with your organization.
Broke up.
Ralph, I mean,
Sit down, you're not
I'm
sure.
not giving him out to mouth.
Thank you. Good evening.
Whenever you get a microphone, you should be promoting what you're doing with that. It's a great work.
I appreciate it. So December 21st, I do have a toy drive, and I partnered with Salvation Army. It's going to be in a gym, so it's going to be huge. Last year, we were able to serve 500 kids. I'm looking to serve about double that this year. I'm excited about that. We've been getting a flow of toys and donations, so I really appreciate the community for stepping behind me and donating. So thank you so much.
Wait, so if someone wants to donate, where do they go?
So if you want to donate, you can go to my website. I got a nonprofit organization that I started it back in February. doitfromtheheart.org. doitfromtheheart.org.
It's a very easy website to remember and an easy donation process.
It's very easy. You go and then you just hit donate, and you can rest assured that it's going to the right causes. And I also have an Amazon link that goes right to the toys you want to buy, and then it goes right to the Salvation Army. So if you some organizations you worry about, but you can rest assured that we're one of the good ones. So I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for what you're doing, too.
I'll give, I want to
Alderman
donate
Redpath.
$100. I'm challenging everybody in there to give them $100.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, some of us already have.
She did doubles. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right, we have a challenge then, council. Everybody donate $100. All right. Any other unfinished business? All right, any new business? Alderwoman Purchase.
Thank you, Chairwoman. We're in that season of giving and being grateful and thankful, so I want to wish each of my colleagues and the entire city of Springfield a happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble, and see you back at work on Monday.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Nobody else? Nobody new business? All right. Now it is time for citizens to address the committee. Robert Frazier, are you gonna, yep. You gonna skip? Okay, all right, thank you. Anthony Galloway? No Anthony Galloway? Okay. Mr. Robert Williams? Don't see him today. Alice Ramey is not here. Brianna Roberts. Not here. Ken Pasha.
I'm going to switch it up this week. I'll give you guys some kudos. Shout out for all of you guys for not being the city of Peoria. I'm sure you guys saw the ordinance they just passed, the one that, shout out to you, Alderwoman Purchase, for removing it. They passed an unhoused ordinance that involves jail time and extreme fines for the unhoused. It is a brutal ordinance. They had a number of advocates that came out and spoke against it. Everybody's pretty upset up there. They reached out to us, and I told them we actually had some decent people on our council. So shout out to you guys. I just want to say thanks for that, because it's nice to live in a city where not only do you guys actually care, but the police force cares. They have no interest in locking up the homeless or taking the unhoused to a jail. So that's really important to note. I do want to kind of chide a little bit though, because they got a $2.88 million loan to give out to the continuum of care. And since that unhoused ordinance has been removed, the city has made no move to fund any further efforts. So I do, not a chiding, but at least a reminder to keep it going, guys. It's freezing out there. And while people did do some hard work last week, like Tierra and Renata from the Phoenix Center in helping get those unhoused in hotels, it shouldn't just be them. You know what I mean? The city can do more, and I think we can all agree on that, to get those people off the streets and in somewhere nice and warm and safe, no matter what they may be responsible for or not, you know, men, women, children, people with convictions and so forth. So just a reminder there, but it did make me feel better though to see that, because we don't have those problems like they did up there. It was a 6-5 vote. It was extremely close. And we didn't have that big of a disagreement down here. I think we all agree we'd like to see the unhoused be treated humanely, get the help they need, and get them off the street. So thank you to all of you for at least making that easy here. Just a reminder, I think the indigenous peoples is tabled till next week, correct? Just a reminder on that, guys, it's well worth it. The state has already set it as a holiday. It won't cost anybody anything. We're not making it a holiday where the unions get an extra day and we got to renegotiate. It should just be an easy passage, easy vote to just give them that, and recognize something that we all walk on graveyards of people who, that most of our ancestors, most, are the reason for that. So it'd be well worth it to just make that small, easy gesture and reward those kids for showing up. They work out at the Learning Center there in the mall. I work right near it, and those kids show up every day and work really hard. And I was proud of the way they spoke, and I've talked to some of their teachers, and they're pretty excited at the kids getting involved at a civic level. And I would ask all of you to deliver a win for them. You know what I mean? Give them a little hope in the process, right? I know we'd all like a little bit of that, especially with things coming in January, which I won't get into, but I'm sure we all have our own worries about what's coming next. So at least here in Springfield, we can start doing the right things and making sure the people that we care about, and even people we don't know, are taken care of. So thank you, guys. I got to get to a meeting. I'm glad you guys kind of moved quick this week. That was record time, guys. That was impressive. Is it Frank's last meeting? Is it, have we declared it vacant yet, or are we going to hold it out a little bit?
No,
Till the search ends?
Well, no, we have to get a resignation.
Is that happening tonight? For sure. Well, I just wanted to make sure. I was going to say, good luck to the new office and congratulations. So.
Thank you very much.
Of course. We'll miss you. You guys have a good night. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, guys.
Likewise, thank you.
You too.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
All right. Hewitt Douglas. Not here. Janice Davis.
Good evening. My name is Janice Davis, and I live in Springfield. My comments are in reference to the appointment of the city clerk, and I realize you already talked about that, instead of holding the special election. There's a Fox, Illinois News article dated October 24th, 2016. The title is, Ward 6 Alderman Corey Jobe to leave Springfield City Council. The article states, City Code said if Jobe resigns before January 7th, 2017, Springfield must hold a special election. His area covers central Springfield outside downtown. If he resigns after then, Mayor Langfelder can appoint a member, which is his preference. And in a State Journal Register article dated March 7th, 2021, the article is titled, Springfield Mayor insistent he will bring back Williams's Ward 3 appointment. The article states, the last city council seat vacancy was in November 2016 when Ward 6 Alderman Corey Jobe resigned. Because the vacancy was outside the 28-month window, it prompted a special election in April 2017, won by current Ward 6 Alderwoman Kristen DeCenzo. In the lead up to that election, Langfelder appointed former Alderman Barry Becker to serve the interim. According to City Code, if Frank Lesko resigns before January 7th, there should be a special election to let the citizens of Springfield decide who the next city clerk should be. Thank you.
Okay. Eric Hillier.
I'm Eric Hillier. I live on Island Bay Lane here in Springfield, and I just wanted to give kudos actually to a group of people who helped actually just usher in something as simple as a street light that has had an immediate impact in the amount of traffic after hours and staying at the park. So first, Mike Horn and Mike Romer from the city, Officers Bridges and Vos from the police department have also helped in cleaning up the point. And then certainly the guys at CWLP for Lake Security. And then lastly, Alderman Redpath. My thanks go out to all of you for, like I said, something as simple as a street light. It has had an immediate impact for us. Thank you.
Good to hear. Thank you.
Oh, Alderman Rockford.
Yeah, real quick, is Doug still here? Doug Brown. Hey, well, anybody from CWLP? Okay.
Thanks.
I just know Chuck out there on that point. Have we got power out there yet?
Yeah.
All the way out to.
And we did that.
On Marine Point, I'm talking.
Not all the way to the end.
But to the end of your street, in Island Bay, going into the park.
It's actually on the north side of the gates that were installed.
Okay.
So
But
the
we
gates
are
were
putting
installed.
power there, and we're going.
I know there's
because
been talk about
We're gonna
that.
put a security camera in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess they've had problems with smashing the gates in and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So, but it has been quiet for the last 2 weeks
Awesome.
at night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's see who's up next. Michelle Cruz-Hine. Okay, I see Mr. Robert Williams has joined us. You ready?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Chamber, City Council Committee. I was going to touch on what me and my cousin was talking about as far as near north. We still haven't spoke to anyone. But what I want to touch on is something that just happened Wednesday. Tuesday, I went signed up. I was told, I register every Tuesday. Well, because of the holiday, Veterans Day, I registered Tuesday. And as I was going to register this Wednesday, I had registered last Tuesday, but this lady had me arrested that works there. I forgot her name, but I was never charged. I was booked, processed, and everything, and then released. I never saw a judge. And I felt humiliated, disrespected, anxiety. I even took my anxiety, my anger out on the wrong people. And if y'all check the camera, even Shannon and Newman saw me coming out the building the day that I signed up, and this lady had me arrested for no reason, and I want justice, And it caused me to lose this chance to get this crib that I wanted to get, and I felt like I say my rights was violated. And right now, I'm not in the right frame of mind to talk about the things that I want to talk about. I just want to talk about that, and also about near north, about when they humiliated me over there for hugging a lady. But and she was the killing part is she know me from Sangamon Tower, from the associate she messed with, I messed with. I gave her a hug over there. She didn't say nothing to them over there. Then when I get over her apartment, over her building, which I didn't know she lived in there, but when I seen her, I greeted her with a hug. She went and told these people that I was harassing her, which wasn't the case. So right now, I'm just focusing on getting justice for them two entities right there. And even when I told Roy Williams that, he was like, "Are you serious?" When I hugged the lady, he was like, "Man," I'm like, "Yeah, man, just for giving her a hug." And they was lied to security. I was told one thing, my cousin was told another. He was told it was just a security issue. But when I came to talk to the manager, she said it was because of this lady in security. Security never had no problem out of me. And they even said that. And I'm like, well, I felt it was discrimination immediately, and I felt I was singled out. And if you know, if you ask anybody over there near North or Sangamon Tower, I never disrespect people over there. I always treat them with respect. And I don't even, like I said, I was raised by my parents. I don't let people disrespect them when I'm in their presence or disrespect me because I'm 63. And God blessed me to live, see another day, and blessed me to get my freedom. And now I just want to be able to live free and enjoy the fruits of my life. I have family. I haven't even seen. I've been out over a year. So that's what I want to do. Can I get some answers for them? What we going to do about that? I was told somebody was going to talk to us, but they haven't spoke to either one of us, and that was last week when we talked about near North. But now I got this other entity, which is the Sangamon County Police Station, where I was arrested for nothing. I was taken to jail, booked in. The next day, they released me without seeing the judge.
Madam Chair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Alderman Williams.
Yeah, so, who was this lady? Was she at Near North?
No, the lady, yeah, at near North, as far as the Sangamon Tower, I was never arrested or charged anything. But as far as when I was arrested for registering, she said I didn't register the following week, said I was missing for 9 days, which was a lie. It's all caught on camera. Even Shannon and Newman can verify.
So if Shannon and Newman knew about this and their officers.
Yeah, they was coming out the building.
Those officers.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out the police side of it, which I'll ask the chief for you. People tell me often I'm arrested for nothing. And I have to follow how they determine nothing.
She said said I didn't register. Said it'd been 9 days, which was a lie. I registered right after Veterans Day, which was Tuesday. I signed up and everything. It's documented. You see me coming in and out the building. You see Shannon and them coming to the building. See me with the paper in my hand, all this. And then when I went to jail for this charge, I didn't see no judge. I was booked in. I stayed overnight for no reason.
So you're telling me because of this incident, the work trying to get the placement did not go through?
No.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay. I see Mr. Hewitt Douglas has joined us.
I heard I was late.
Oh, Sean, okay.
Just like everybody else, I'm not here to cause any problems. I'm here just to let you know something. Lincoln Tower is doing a lot better. They're gonna raise my rent, though. I don't appreciate that part. But I do understand it. Understand that the residents of Lincoln Tower come to you through me in themselves, a few that's been here, to tell you it's a health concern. That's all I'm gonna say. You heard me before. It really is a health concern because we live there. That's where I live, just like you live in your house. That's where I live. But I'm not here for that. Just to tell you that Lincoln Tower is doing better. And I think because of your help, City Council, Corporation Council, my alderperson, I appreciate y'all. Let the mayor know I appreciate her too. William Bill Lucy, who served as Secretary of Treasurer, asked me American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees for nearly 4 decades, and one of the most respected and revered black labor leaders in the world, died Wednesday, September the 25th, at his home in Washington, D.C. He was 90 years old. I went to his birthday celebration last year. Lucy was a heavyweight of the American labor movement in the second half of the 20th century as a fierce defender of civil rights and human rights. In 1968, he traveled to his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee, to help resolve the sanitation workers' strike, marching shoulder to shoulder with Dr. King and the workers of the city to recognize AFSCME Local 1733. He was the co-founder and longtime leader of the Coalition of Black Trade Unionists and the co-founder of the Free South Africa movement that launched a successful anti-apartheid campaign in the United States. For more than half a century, Lucy was a voice for social justice and worker freedom, one echoed here and around the world. He was the first African-American president of the Public Service International, world's largest union federation, and served on the executive board of the AFL-CIO, Federation's decision-making body. He served on the boards of the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People, Trans-Africa, and the African American Institute. Throughout his career, Lucy received countless honors and was named more than once by Ebony Magazine as one of the 100 most influential Americans. A man of humble origins, Lucy was more inclined to deflect praise about his accomplishments. He was my hero. The reason I'm here is because he died, as they say it. Today is his birthday. Would have been 91 years old. He's been here in the city of Springfield many times for AFSCME and for me and for the Coalition of Black Trade Union at the Mother Jones banquet held here. I think he was one of the best speakers ever spoke. I'm asking y'all, I submitted and learned the way you learn things the hard way, how to get a resolution passed here. And I learned yesterday, coming back from my wife's brother's funeral, that you have to go online, go to the city webpage, you do whatever it tells you to do. At least I tried to do what they told me to do. It didn't work. I'm telling y'all, I'm here because of Bill Lucy, and I stand in front of you as, I hope, a community leader, civil rights, human rights, labor rights representative. I gave this proclamation to my alderperson and to the mayor's office. I would like the 10 of you to have a copy so that when it comes to you, you'll know what it's about, if you don't mind. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
All right, so is there somebody that can give everybody a copy? I'm very touched by this person, and y'all probably can tell that. And big people my size don't cry. So when you see me cry, remember I ain't as big as I think I am. I can count. 1, 2, 2. No, take that. That's 10. That's 10. I know it's 10. I can't afford more than 10. Thank you. My time is up.
My condolences.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, any need for executive session?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, Alderwoman Purchase.
Yes, I forgot 2 announcements. And the first one is the 2024 Old Capitol Holiday Walk Sharing Traditions presented by IMB that starts Saturday, November 30th through December 21st on Wednesdays and Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. and on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Remember to shop small and enjoy downtown. And then lastly, I'm excited because this Saturday is when we light the tree with Santa. So you can come downtown on Adams between
Talk in
5th
your
and
voice,
6th.
please.
Between 5th and 6th, and we will start at 4 o'clock. The ceremony will start promptly then, and we will light the tree with Santa at 4:37. So I hope you guys bring your kiddos, nieces, nephews, grandmas, grandpas. I'll be bringing my grandma.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any need for executive session?
There is not.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn?
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble, gobble.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, yes, of course. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, you like my